All praise is due to the Most High, family. We talking football. I just watched the Falcons beat the Vikings, and the Falcons are, I don't want to say the Falcons, maybe it's just because I'm a Saints fan. Like, it's hard for me to say that the Falcons are good. But I want to say the Falcons are like just under good. They better than decent. I wouldn't go as far as to say that they're great. I mean, I don't think any of us believe that they're a great team. But I don't know. Are they a good team? This was a good win. I mean, if last season matters at all, and you think the Vikings are as good as they were last year, then this is a good win for sure. I don't know. Some in me is just hard to say that the Falcons are good. But from a Saints perspective, from a divisional opponent perspective, I'm concerned about playing the Falcons. I think they have, I don't know if the Falcons are good. I know they have a good recipe for winning football games. Like, family, if y'all notice, league wide, family, with some exceptions. You know, these teams are not as quarterback dependent right now. Some are for sure, but you don't have to. These are not the NFL days where you win because your quarterback has 250, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Sometimes that happens, but that is not necessarily the recipe for winning. If anything, like, your quarterback is playing hero in that case. You know, before, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger, Russell Wilson, like, during that time, that was like a decent to average game if your quarterback had 250 and 2 touchdowns. Like, that was just the game plan. I think in this current meta, your quarterback's kind of playing hero if he ends up with those stats. Or is Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen? I mean, maybe they're just those two guys. And Pat Mahomes, we know, is capable of that, but he hasn't had that game this season. But the games that I'm seeing, these teams that are winning, that's not Herbert did have a game like that, and they won. But Herbert had a really good game last week against the Chiefs. Anyhow, family, the thing that concerns me about the Falcons as a Saints fan is they do have a good defense. They have an aggressive pass rush. That D-line is solid. They don't need a blitz package to get to the quarterback. They can 4-man rush you and get to him. Or at least they got to J.J. McCarthy in this game. 6 sacks? Dang, that's a lot of pressure to deal with. Bijan Robinson, I think that's the best running back game I've seen this season. I think that's the best single game performance I've seen from a running back so far is Bijan Robinson against the Vikings. And then what else did I want to say? So that tells me that they're like the Falcons are winning the line of scrimmage. If you're running back, you're like, look, Bijan Robinson ain't Barry Sanders. He's not getting 200, 150 yards, 200 yards almost with a terrible O-line. So they're winning the line of scrimmage. They're putting pressure on the quarterback. They're possessing the ball. And Michael Penix was not, he did not have to play hero ball. Let's just put it like that. So I think that is a recipe. I'm just coming from a Saints perspective. Like, does anybody really think that the Falcons are going to like make a playoff run or a deep playoff run? Like, that's not what we're talking about here. I'm just talking about from the Saints playing them in the division and how this plays out in the NFC South. I think that's a recipe that will give the Saints problems. Running the ball with Bijan Robinson, Michael Penix just getting some completions to sustain some drives. But that O-line and defensive line, I think, is for real with the Falcons. I don't know what to make of this from the Vikings because they were a good team last year. They are in what I think is the best division in the league. I think that, what is that, the NFC North? Except for the Bears, that's a good division. The Packers, Lions, and Vikings, at least last year, weren't they all 14 win teams? So that to me is one of the top divisions in the league. So this is definitely, if the Vikings are still that this year. I mean, that was Sam Darnold. Now this is J.J. McCarthy. I don't know what other changes they really made for real. But I know, in my opinion, this is a good team that is representing the best division in football, at least last year. So for the Falcons to win that, and I was just saying while I was reviewing the Panthers game that the NFC South might be the worst division in the league. So for an NFC South team to beat an NFC North team, that's absolutely a good win. I think the Falcons have a formula to beat the Saints, so I'm kind of concerned about those two games, particularly the one in Atlanta. I got to check the schedule on when we play them. Like, the later in the season we play them, maybe we have a better chance because Spencer Rattler is on a decent trajectory right now. Maybe that gives us, hopefully we get our identity figured out by the time we play the Falcons. But to me, the Falcons have they're going to win the line of scrimmage and they're going to possess the ball. And that's how you beat bad teams, and that's how you get some wins on some decent teams. Yeah, I don't have too much to say about this game. I mean, because I don't want to hype the Falcons too much. The Vikings were definitely disappointing. J.J. McCarthy was disappointing. I mean, week 1, they looked a lot better. It's a tough loss, I'm not going to lie, for the Vikings. Especially when the Lions just put up 50 points on the Bears in a division win. The Packers look like the best team in the league, or at least the second or third best team in the league. So I don't know what that means for the rest of the season for the Vikings. I know for the Falcons, because the Vikings are, we're talking about playoffs, right? They made the playoffs last year. The Falcons, we're not talking about playoffs. We're just really talking about how they'll affect the division. At least that's what I see so far. So shout out Bijan Robinson again, because I love to see a good running back game. He was very efficient and over 100 yards, so they really could have fed him 30 carries and he probably would have had 200, 250. So that's what I like to see. Michael Penix did not have to, he was under 30 passes. I think he had maybe 25 pass attempts. Yeah, man. That's all I got to say. I'm starting to repeat myself, but that's your NFC South update, family. Peace and love.